How the Reynoldsburg School District Got Its Shape. Part 4, 1950 through 1955, Annexation Consternation. As a reminder, here's what the boundaries of the Reynoldsburg City School District look like today in August 2025. Where we left off in Part 3, the city of Columbus was in the early stages of a multi-decade annexation streak. In 1947, about 2,500 acres in northwest Truro Township protected itself from annexation by incorporating to create the village of Whitehall. But the real push would begin in the summer of 1954 when the city of Columbus pulled off its largest annexation since 1929. 1954, Breakthrough. That July, the city of Columbus annexed 1,200 acres along Livingston Avenue, cutting a path right through the middle of the western half of Truro Township and extending Columbus territory all the way to the western shore of Big Walnut Creek. In those days, the rule was that if a corporation, that is, a city or village, had a school district in it, then when the corporation annexed new territory, that new territory automatically got transferred into the corporation's school district if it wasn't already part of it. So that meant the annexation had the effect of cutting the remainder of the Truro Township School District into two geographically separate halves, a northern half and a southern half. Many residents were like, "Can you even do that?" The Franklin County Commissioners put the question to the county prosecutor, who found nothing in state law saying that school districts had to be contiguous, so the annexation held. The map below shows the two halves of the Truro Township School District, separated by the extended Columbus City Schools territory, and just across Big Walnut Creek to the east, the Reynoldsburg School District. (1954) Truro Township Tug of War. In 1946, the village of Reynoldsburg had dipped its toe into the annexation waters with its 1.7-acre acquisition. Now, as a wave of Columbus annexations rolled its way, Reynoldsburg was ready to jump in with both feet. While Columbus defended its addition of 1,200 acres, carving a channel through western Truro Township, Reynoldsburg set out to make an even bigger splash. It proposed to annex the entire eastern half of Truro Township, all 8,000 acres of it, from Big Walnut Creek onward. You can see it's Ordinance 341, passed July 12, 1954, etc., etc., etc. But if Reynoldsburg could go big, the city of Columbus could go bigger. They proposed to annex all of Truro Township, about 2,800 annexation-eligible acres in the western half, plus the 8,000 acres in the eastern half that Reynoldsburg was trying to annex. It was decided that Truro residents themselves would have the final say at the ballot box that November. They would have the choice of 1. Annexing the entire township to Columbus, or not, and 2. Annexing just the eastern half to Reynoldsburg, or not. And if both issues passed, as reported in the Columbus Dispatch, in the event that two corporations receive a majority vote on the November 2nd ballot regarding annexation, the municipality receiving the greater majority will annex the territory. And here's a article from 1954 in the Dispatch. Truro Township. Residents of this township appear satisfied their political status will not be changed, even though they will vote on 2 annexation issues. Columbus seeks the entire township, while Reynoldsburg is requesting the area east of Big Walnut Creek. Comprising mainly farmlands at the present time, Surveys show that Truro is on the verge of a huge building boom and population increase. However, residents claim the area is not sufficiently urbanized now for annexation. As it happened, the voters of Truro Township made the question moot by rejecting both issues and opting instead to remain a township. The Columbus and Reynoldsburg corporations took their respective losses in stride and went back to annexing Truro Township piece by piece, using election data to strategize on what areas to target over the next few years. So from November 3rd, 1954, Truro Township residents were the most emphatic in voicing their objections to annexation. They beat down annexation to Columbus 826 to 196 and annexation to Reynoldsburg 896 to 102. 1955, piece by piece. The village of Reynoldsburg started on the north side, with the 130-acre trapezoid along Lancaster Avenue, now known as the Brookside neighborhood. It continued with almost 80 acres to the southeast side, with the area that became Marabar Heights. Continuing clockwise, next was about 370 acres to the southwest, the Huber Homes neighborhood, bounded by Main Street on the north, Livingston Avenue on the south, Blacklick Creek on the east, and on the west by a line that more or less followed Rose Hill Road. This is also the area where Herbert H. Mills Elementary School would be built a few years later. And coming around to the north side again, Reynoldsburg picked up an odd 270-acre area that wrapped around the west and north sides of the Brookside neighborhood, extended northward to Rodeval Road, and looped in a large part of present-day Civic Park. Reynoldsburg finished the year with a second pass along its eastern and southern borders. On the east, it annexed 100 acres along Main Street, extending the village to the eastern border of Truro Township and of Franklin County. Finally, in December of 1955, Reynoldsburg annexed 120 acres on its southern border, including the area where Livingston Avenue, Lancaster Avenue, Graham Road, present-day Slate Ridge Boulevard, and State Route 256 come together to form the 5 Points intersection, and continuing south to the present-day intersection of Route 256 with Farmsbury Drive. As for the city of Columbus, it annexed another 550 acres of Truro Township that year, in addition to what it annexed in other townships. Notice in the map below that the southern boundary between the Columbus School District and the Truro Township School District has become a lot more crenellated. So yeah, just kind of tracing all the jags and angles here. There we are. Boundary check, 1955. All told, the village of Reynoldsburg's annexations amounted to more than 1,000 acres, but the Reynoldsburg School District didn't increase in area at all. All of that newly annexed territory in the village of Reynoldsburg had been in the Reynoldsburg School District for decades. The map below shows this relationship. So the school district and then the village of Reynoldsburg. Although the Reynoldsburg School District didn't get any bigger as a result of the annexations done by the village of Reynoldsburg, it was about to get significantly smaller as a result of continuing annexations by the city of Columbus. But as the city of Columbus finally breached Big Walnut Creek to break off pieces of eastern Truro Township, it was no longer automatic that those areas would be transferred to Columbus City Schools. A new law had gone into effect of October of 1955, declaring that the ultimate decision in these matters would be in the hands of a new entity, the State Board of Education. That's next in How the Reynoldsburg School District Got Its Shape, Part 5. Thanks for watching.